Greetings, YouTubers, and welcome to my 50th TTM video, number 50, where today I will share with you 4 TTMs that I received. Yes, 4. Ooh, it's getting hotter now. I feel it picking up. And 1 dreaded return to sender. And a few shout-outs as well to some great channels and great supporters, I might add. First, let's get to the shout-outs. And the first shout-out I will give out to is a great channel. Just started watching them, but they are really fun. Check out BPL Sports Cards and Collectibles. I just hopped on their bus, and I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. So give them a look-see. If you like, you'll subscribe. And also, Winless Champs. Another fine channel. A lot of great content there. Check them out. Check him out, I should say. Number 3 is... a lot of you have subscribed. Maybe you haven't. Jun Wax Investor. He does a lot of videos on the prices of cards and short videos on one card. You know, they go up and down, so check him out. Another great channel. And the 4th, another one I've just joined, Lillis Rips. There's another channel that I've just gotten on the bus with. So, 4 great channels. And also 2 channels that are great supporters. They don't have any content, but they support a lot of channels. One is CB Sports. I think he's on Instagram as well, so you want to check him out there. And the other is Kason 2006. 2 great supporters of the channel. I'll give them a shout out for being such great supporters. And a little extra special shout out to Junior Baseball Fanatic 12, Liam. Check one of his recent videos out where he actually has a catch with Randy Arozarena at spring training. He has a catch. He's in the stands and he's throwing the ball back with Randy. It's a really good video, so check that out. Now some news as well, right here. Will Clark. I saw on Facebook someone posted a letter they got from Will Clark that Will is no longer signing for free. Apparently in the letter he said he was overwhelmed during COVID, got a lot of requests. He's now asking for $20 per card for his autism charity that he's supporting. So just a note, if you send to Will Clark, you may get that letter back. You may not. He may sign it. Who knows? But I never sent out to him this 1984 baseball card there. It was a nice-looking card. I don't know if I'm going to pay $20 for him. And also, a little sad note, Sean Bradley, former BYU center and NBA player, was in an accident. He was hit by a car while riding his bike. He's now paralyzed, so I hope he gets better. And I send out my thoughts and prayers to him and his family. And now let's get to some TTM stuff. First is the dreaded return to sender. Yes, didn't get the yellow sticker, but I got something to it, and it's Dave Justy, which is kind of surprising. Here's the address I use. I used this before. I sent him a baseball that he signed, and I sent this out in December, right around the 29th, according to the stamp. I just got it back today, so I don't know where it was floating around, but this is the address I used for his the baseball I sent, but somehow it's return to sender, not deliverable as address. And I've seen people on Sports Card Forum posting they've recently gotten the same thing, so I don't know. Anybody has information on Mr. Justy? Is he not signing anymore? He might not be. I don't know, so I have to investigate that and see. Okay, now the first TTM I got, this took 10 days, 10 days, came all the way from Mississippi. This gentleman signed 2 cards, didn't sign the index, but that's alright. He was an NBA player, might not have heard of him. I didn't hear of him until I saw these cards and had them, so I picked it up, and glad I did. It's Mr. Bob Christian. Got him on these 2 cards for the Atlanta Hawks. Signed Bobby. Yes, that's his nickname. Mr. Christian was born on May 11th, 1946. He's 74 years of age. Attended Grambling State University in Louisiana. In the 1969 NBA draft, he was picked in the 8th round with the 109th pick by the Atlanta Hawks. He's a center. His career stretched from 1969 to 1974. He started out in the ABA, playing with the Dallas Chaparrals in 1969 and in the New Jersey Nets as well. In 1970, he joined the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA and played with them until 1973, before finishing up his career with the Phoenix Suns. He played in just 246 games, had 944 points, averaged about 3.8 a game, 1,005 rebounds, about 4.1, and just 203 assists, about 0.8. But nice of him to sign both these cards. And again, he lives in Mississippi. It's free, so if you're a vintage collector like I am, you might be interested in getting those. Couldn't find a lot of cards on them, but I was able to find those. This next one came from Illinois. There was no fee. It took 5 months. I saw the people getting him recently. I'm like, wow, he must just not want to sign mine. But again, patience pays off, and that's former Major League pitcher Mike Dunn. Signed the score, and then signed the old Olympic card. I like collecting those Olympic cards. Move them up a little bit. Don't be so far away, Mr. Dunn. Michael Dennis Dunn, better known as Mike. Born on October 27th, 1962 in South Bend, Indiana. He's 58. He attended Limestone Community High School in Bartonville, Illinois, and then attended Bradley University in Peoria, not too far from his home. In 1984, he was named the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year. Graduated a year later with a bachelor's in science. He was a member of the 1984 U.S. Olympic team in Los Angeles, where they won the silver medal. Pitched 2 innings in the Olympics against Italy, with the U.S. winning that game 16-1. On June 4th, 1984, in the Major League Draft, he was selected in the first round with the 7th pick by the St. Louis Cardinals. But he never played for the Cardinals at all. In April, 1987, he was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates along with outfielder Andy Van Slyke, catcher Mike Spanky Lavalier for catcher Tony Pena. So it was a good trade for the Pirates. He didn't make his Major League debut until June 5th, 1987 against the New York Mets, and the other pitcher was Dwight Gooden at that time. His career lasted from 1987 to 1992, not very long. It was cut short because of injuries. His rookie season was his best. He went 13-6 with a 3.03 ERA. He had 164 innings pitched with 143 hits given up. He finished second in the National League Rookie of the Year voting to the winner there, Todd Warrell of the St. Louis Cardinals, who had a 2.08 ERA and 103 2/3 innings with 36 saves. So he had a good rookie season. His career, he pitched for Pittsburgh, Seattle, San Diego, and eventually the White Sox. His career, he had a 25-30 record, 4.08 ERA, and 205 strikeouts. Again, injuries really ended his career. He became a coach with his alma mater, Bradley University. So again, this took 5 months, Mr. Mike Dunn. So if you're willing to wait, sometimes. Some people got him faster recently, but that's okay. He signed them both. Look great. Got the old score one in the one of those Fairfield boxes. So I figured, yeah, I'll send that to him with the Olympic card. Now, number 3. This came all the way from Utah. Took 12 days. There was no fee. He signed this nice 8x10 I had of him. And that is a former Olympic speed skater, Mr. Eric Hayden. Get that glare off him there, hopefully. Mr. Hayden, one of the greatest speed skaters in Olympic history. Eric Arthur Hayden, born on June 14th, 1958 in Madison, Wisconsin. He's currently 62. His sister Beth became an accomplished cyclist, speed skater, and cross-country skier, so he comes from a very athletic family. He started at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, but eventually transferred to Stanford University, where he earned a Bachelor's of Science and then a medical degree as well. Eric won the World Junior Speed Skating Championships in 1977 and 78, and he won 3 World All-Around Championships and 4 World Sprint Championships in speed skating. Over his career, he skated to 15 world records. At the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, New York, he won 5 gold medals in the 500 meter, 1,000 meter, 1,500 meter, 5,000 meter, and 10,000 meter races. And as you can see, that was the Olympics. That was outside. I've been up to Lake Placid, and they had the ice skating arena outside. It's not inside like it is today, so they were skating through snow and everything back then. After his speed skating career, he became a professional cyclist. He tried track cycling and then road bicycle racing as well. Now he's an orthopedic surgeon. He served as the team physician for the Sacramento Kings and the Sacramento Monarchs of the WNBA. In the 2002, 2006, and 2010 and 14 Olympics, Winter Olympics, he was the team physician for the U.S. Olympic speed skating team. His father, Jack, was also an orthopedic surgeon in Madison, Wisconsin, so he kind of followed in his dad's footsteps. He opened a sports-based medicine practice at the Orthopedic Specialty Hospital in Murray, Utah. He was offered many sponsorships after his record-setting performance at the 1980 Olympics, but turned most of them down, saying he had enough money and preferred anonymity. And he went that way. Not a bad choice. But Dr. Hayden, I call him doctor, I guess, because he is, and he was nice enough to sign that, and nice blue signature on this thing there. So thank you, Dr. Hayden, for that autograph. Great Olympic legend. And the fourth one that I got is a baseball. Took 10 days, came from not too far in Pennsylvania. I did donate $10 because I've written to him earlier. And that's Mr. Elroy Roy Face there. The lighting is terrible, but trust me, he signed the ball. 1960 World Series champs on it. I'm trying to get as many members from as I said earlier a few videos back, from the 1960 World Series winner Pirates and the 1962 original Mets team. So I still got some baseballs out there. Mr. Elroy Leon Face, better known as Roy, born on February 20th, 1928 in Stephentown, New York. He's 93 years of age. Just turned 93 a short time ago, so happy belated birthday to him. Originally, he was drafted by the Philadelphia Phillies as an amateur free agent in 1949. Face was also drafted by Branch Rickey twice. First for the Brooklyn Dodgers before the 1951 season, and again in 1952 when he was with the Pittsburgh Pirates. He made his major league debut on April 16, 1953 with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and pitched until 1969. He had a long career. Pitched with the Pirates, the Detroit Tigers, and the Montreal Expos. He set the modern Pirates record for games pitched with 68 in 1956. He saved 10 games for the first time in 1957. Doesn't sound like a lot now, but back then that was a lot, because if you look at those guys who pitched, they had a lot of complete games. Relievers, weren't used that much. In 1958, the Pirates finished in second place for the first time in his 5 years. For the first time in his 5 years with the team. They'd usually never placed better than seventh while he was there. Mr. Face led the National League in saves with 20 that year, and he posted his best ERA to date with a 2.89 ERA. He achieved this success almost exclusively by using the forkball, which he had learned from Yankees reliever Mr. Joe Page. In 1959, Elroy Face was 18-1. He did not surrender a run in a month from June 11th to July 12th. And was named the National League Player of the Month for June after he went 5-0, had 4 saves with a 0.38 ERA. He finished 1959 with a 2.70 ERA, was 8th in the MVP voting that year, but did not receive a single vote for Cy Young. His 18 relief wins remains the Major League record to date. In 1960, in the World Series against the Yankees, he became the first pitcher to save 3 games in a single series. For his career, he had 104 wins, 95 losses with a 3.48 ERA, 877 strikeouts, and 193 saves. 6 times he was an All-Star, and once he was a World Series champ, as he nicely noted on the ball for me. During the off-season, he worked as a carpenter. He had to make money back then because they had big, huge contracts. Following his retirement, This became his full-time occupation. In 1979, he became the carpentry foreman at the Mayview State Hospital until his retirement in 1990. Mr. Face is in the pitcher's wing of Great Achievement of the Ted Williams Museum and Hitters Hall of Fame. He's also the first major leaguer to save 20 games more than once. In 1959, he set the still-standing major league record for winning percentage, .947, and set single-season wins in relief for 18. So, Roy Face had a great career. He's a good TTMer. And again, I sent him $10. One, because it's a ball. Two, because I'd just written him, not too long ago. Probably back in July, August last year. So, wasn't really that long. So, did a great job with the ball, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Face, Dr. Hayden, Mr. Dunn, and Mr. Christian for the great returns. I want to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate it. If you like it, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and you liked, hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you can get notifications. And if you're a subscriber, thank you. Always appreciate everyone subscribing. And any comments you leave, please leave them. I'll try to get back to you as best I can. Always like hearing the comments and even the emails people send me. If you didn't like it, hit the subscribe button anyway, because you never know. You might like something down the line. Don't cost you nothing either. It's free. But again, thank you all. Hope everyone's doing well in these crazy times and everyone's being safe and everything like that. Let's be kind to each other. One person at a time. Pay it forward. That's all it takes is one person, and before you know it, there's a big snowball effect. And the world could be a little bit better place than we found it. Always nice to leave it better. But again, if you have any questions, please email me. It'll be in the comments section there, so my email. So feel free to email me. Again, thank you all. I appreciate everybody. And tonight, we will say goodnight to the great state of North Dakota. Good night, everybody. Good night, North Dakota.